let's talk about a creature that's basically a living fossil. They were some of the very first predators to ever walk on land. They're ancient, they're feared, and honestly, they're pretty much indestructible. Yep, today we're diving into the world of the scorpion.
I mean, really let that sink in for a second. These things have been crawling around on Earth for hundreds of millions of years. They've lived through cataclysms that wiped out countless other species, including, the dinosaurs. They are, without a doubt, the ultimate survivors.
Okay, so there are a ton of different species all over the globe. And you have to wonder, while most of them are totally harmless to people, a handful are packing some seriously potent venom. So the big question is, which one of them holds the title of the world's deadliest?
All right, to figure that out, we've got to start by looking at their history. We need to see just how long these ancient survivors have been around and how far they've spread. I mean, their story is just epic. They were true pioneers, some of the first predators to ever leave the water and start life on land. They literally watched the dinosaurs come and go, and today, you can find them on every single continent except Antarctica. They're not just survivors, they're global conquerors.
So we're talking about a huge family here, roughly 1,500 different species of these arachnids out there. But, to find the deadliest, we have to narrow our search a lot.
So, how in the world do we get from a list of 1,500 all the way down to just one, the single most dangerous scorpion on the planet?
Well, here's the thing. The reality is, out of all those 1,500 species, only a tiny, tiny fraction, we're talking maybe 30 or so, are actually considered lethal to humans. The vast, vast majority, they pose no serious threat to us at all. It's really a very exclusive club. And among that small group of dangerous ones, there's one that stands head and shoulders above the rest. So, let's meet our main subject, the Indian red scorpion.
Now, when you hear world's deadliest, you're probably picturing some giant, terrifying monster, right? But the Indian red is, well, it's tiny. It's often no bigger than a cigarette lighter. But please, do not let that size fool you. This little creature packs an unbelievably powerful venom, and that's what makes it the deadliest of them all.
Okay, so to really get why it's so deadly, we need to take a look under the hood, so to speak. Let's break down the basic toolkit. What makes a scorpion? Well, a scorpion. So, first things first, scorpions are arachnids. That puts them in the same big family as spiders and ticks. And you can see the family resemblance, right? They've got that classic ancient body plan that's worked for millions of years. 2 main body parts and 8 legs.
And if we look a little closer, we can see all the tools of the trade. You've got 4 pairs of legs for walking, a powerful set of pincers for grabbing prey, special little mouth parts to chew, and then, of course, that long, tapering body ending in the one thing everyone knows, the infamous stinger. That's the delivery system for its venom.
But here's the twist. Having a potent stinger isn't the whole story. It's not the only reason this particular scorpion is the deadliest. The real danger comes from something else entirely. Its zip code, basically. And this is the absolute key. The Indian red scorpion's favorite places to live are often the exact same places where people live. When it looks for shelter, it doesn't just hide under a rock in the desert. It often ends up inside our homes, and that creates this perfect storm for dangerous, accidental encounters.
And this closeness, it has very real, very serious consequences. In places like India, stings from this scorpion aren't just rare accidents. They're a major public health problem. And the most heartbreaking part? Children are the ones who are most at risk.
So the danger really boils down to this tragic mix of things. First, the stings are almost always accidents. Someone just steps in the wrong place without seeing it. Second, kids are the most vulnerable. And third, if you don't get medical help fast, the outcome can be fatal. It's that deadly combination of proximity, accident, and pure potency.
Okay, now we get to the final piece of the puzzle. And honestly, it might be the most surprising part of this whole story. We need to look past that fearsome reputation and see what this animal is really like.
We have this image in our heads of scorpions as these aggressive, terrifying killers, just out looking for a fight. But the truth? It could not be more different. The Indian red scorpion, just like most of its cousins, is actually a shy, nocturnal creature that would much, much rather just be left alone.
Yeah, that infamous stinger? It's not for attacking big things like us. It's a defense mechanism, plain and simple. It's something the scorpion only uses when it feels trapped and has no other choice. It is truly a last resort. When it comes to its own world, the scorpion is a very patient hunter. It'll just lie in wait for some smaller prey, like a cockroach, to wander by. Then it'll snatch it with its pincers or use a quick sting. After that, it secretes these digestive fluids that basically liquefy the meal, and it just sucks it all up and tosses the empty shell aside. It's super methodical, super efficient, and it has absolutely nothing to do with us.
So, we're left with this fascinating paradox, aren't we? How can a shy, reclusive creature that only stings as a last resort also be the world's deadliest? Well, the answer isn't about aggression. It's about a combination of two things: the incredible potency of its venom and the unfortunate fact that its home is so often and so tragically our home too.